Today's exploration takes us on an enlightening journey through the rich tapestry of cultures that flourished in the Americas long before Columbus set sail. It's time to set aside preconceived notions and uncover the authentic narrative of Native American life, one that transcends the typical European-centric tales. In this episode of Native Journals, we dive into the ingenuity of sustainable farming practices and the strength of tightly knit communities, showcasing the remarkable creativity and resilience of these civilizations. Through archaeological discoveries and vibrant oral histories passed down through generations, we paint a vivid picture of Native American societies that thrived well before Columbus's arrival. Join us as we celebrate the depth and significance of their way of life, gaining a profound understanding of the true story that unfolded prior to the infamous encounter with Columbus. Stay tuned as we unravel this captivating and often overlooked narrative of the Native Americans. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Embarking on a journey back to the 1490s reveals the rich origins of this narrative, a time when Native Americans thrived across the land. During this vibrant period, countless distinct communities flourished, each with its own unique culture, beliefs, and systems of governance. Long before Europeans set foot in North America, over 1,000 named Native American tribes dotted the landscape, each contributing to a diverse tapestry of life. Historical accounts recount how the ancestors of these tribes traversed the land in search of unoccupied territories, showcasing their dynamic history and profound connection to the expansive landscapes that surrounded them. Legends tell of their journey from Asia into what is now America, walking across a land bridge known as Beringia during the last ice age when sea levels were significantly lower. This natural bridge connected Alaska and Siberia, and those brave souls who crossed it gradually ventured deeper into the Americas over thousands of years, paving the way for the rich civilizations that would follow. But this isn't the only narrative that unfolds. There are also legends suggesting that the first people to arrive in North America navigated the coastlines, paddling southward in canoes. Another intriguing theory posits that these early inhabitants may have originated from southern Europe, particularly from the Solutrean culture in Spain and France. This idea emerged due to the rapid advancement of stone tool technology and the striking cultural similarities between Native Americans and the Solutreans. However, many archaeologists remain skeptical, citing insufficient evidence to support this claim. It's not unusual for a group's history to be woven from various stories. In the case of Native Americans, four prominent legends recount their ancestors' extensive journeys in search of a place to call home. At one time, it is believed that millions of Native Americans populated the land, and their numbers grew gradually over time. They traveled in small groups, exploring new territories and often cohabiting with others who sought the same land. A vital part of their rich heritage lies in the storytelling tradition, where tales of the past are lovingly passed down from generation to generation, preserving their history and identity. The trickster secured everyone inside the ship, locked the doors, and summoned a massive flood that raged on for weeks. As the waters rose, only a few animals and birds survived, clinging desperately to the branches of a lone tree, including a brave muskrat. All of them yearned for dry ground, but the world lay submerged beneath the waves. They attempted to dive and find soil but returned empty-handed. Then it was the muskrat's turn, and against all odds, it emerged triumphantly, bringing back a handful of sand. This precious sand was placed upon a turtle's shell, giving rise to the origin tale of Turtle Island in Native American lore. In another captivating legend, the gods sought to create a world teeming with life, filling it with animals and birds. However, they desired reverence and respect from their creations, which the creatures were unable to provide. To resolve this, they decided to create humans. Their first attempt involved molding humans from mud, but these fragile beings crumbled to pieces. Undeterred, the gods then fashioned humans from wood, but these wooden creations proved thoughtless and lacked spirit. Frustrated with their efforts, the gods sent another cleansing flood to reset their creation. Ultimately, the gods crafted humans from maize dough, and these new creations were intelligent and capable of worshipping their divine creators. One fascinating Native American myth tells of a time when only the sky and the sea existed. The people resided in the sky, and the only creatures around were birds. One day, a hunter set out in search of a beautiful, rare bird. Upon finding it, he shot it with an arrow. However, when he went to retrieve his prize, he discovered a hole at the bottom of the sky, revealing a vibrant new world filled with animals, forests, and rivers. Excited, he tried to persuade other hunters to join him, but they were reluctant. Undeterred, he fashioned a long rope and climbed down to the world below. There, he hunted a deer and returned it to the sky world, catching the attention of the other hunters, who soon followed him down the rope. The last to descend was a heavy-set woman who became stuck in the hole, blocking the entrance and trapping the others in the world below. To this day, she resides above as the morning star. Historians believe Native Americans arrived in the Americas by traversing the ancient Beringia Bridge during the last ice age. Approximately 13,000 years ago, ice sheets blanketed much of Northern America, leaving certain areas like Beringia ice-free. The Native Americans showcased a rich tapestry of cultural practices, with over 1,000 tribes, each possessing its own traditions, customs, beliefs, and languages. Instead of a singular identity, their cultures were diverse and varied, sometimes overlapping but often carrying distinct meanings. At the heart of Native American culture lies a belief that everything in existence, people, animals, and even inanimate objects, stems from a single creator. They view themselves as equal to all creations, emphasizing the importance of living in harmony with the creator and their surroundings. While interpretations of this belief can differ from tribe to tribe, the overarching principle remains. Coexistence with nature and the divine is essential. These beliefs are passed down through generations through oral storytelling, as written records were seldom kept. Much of what we know about Native American culture comes from the accounts of later European settlers, who may have carried their own biases that could distort the depiction of these beliefs. The arrival of Europeans brought significant changes to Native American spirituality. Indigenous groups held animistic beliefs, attributing spiritual significance to the natural world and revering numerous gods, each representing different aspects of life and nature. In contrast, Europeans who practiced Christianity often viewed these beliefs as primitive and sought to convert Native Americans to their faith. Storytelling is a cornerstone of Native American culture, preserving heritage, tales, songs, and legends through generations. Elders would share these stories with the youth, often illustrated through carvings, rugs, and pottery, emphasizing key details. These narratives were not merely fables but essential components of everyday life and culture, imparting values, explaining natural phenomena, and conveying religious beliefs. The tales told by Native American storytellers were rich in symbolism and meaning, often employing objects to highlight important aspects. For these people, myths and legends were deeply intertwined with their religion and rituals, forming fundamental elements of their existence. The elders' narratives explained the universe, imparted moral lessons, and conveyed cultural and religious beliefs. Among the most vital myths were those explaining the origins of the universe, humanity, and the resources they relied upon for survival, such as food and land. Despite the rich diversity among Native American cultures, one common belief unites them: every animal, place, tree, rock, mountain, and element of the earth possesses a soul that deserves honor and respect. Many tribes view themselves as guardians of nature, tasked with protecting the environment. Powwows serve as vital ceremonies that bring Native American communities together, held in central locations where cultural exchange flourishes. These gatherings feature storytelling by elders, traditional dances, arts and crafts, and music, providing a platform for celebrating cultural heritage and strengthening the bonds between communities while passing traditions down to younger generations. Native American cultural practices have been shaped by numerous historical events, including colonization, forced relocation, and conflict. Nevertheless, these cultures have demonstrated remarkable resilience, adapting and evolving through these challenges. They have preserved many of their traditions while embracing new technologies and beliefs. This adaptability has allowed them to maintain their unique identities and cultural practices while discovering innovative ways to thrive in the modern world. Now, let's explore how these changes unfolded for Native Americans. In 1492, Christopher Columbus arrived with his crew aboard 3 ships, landing in what we now know as the Bahamas, which the locals referred to as Guanahani. Columbus sought a new route to the Far East, navigating westward until, after 10 weeks, they spotted land. Although one of his sailors was the first to see it, Columbus claimed the discovery for himself, naming it San Salvador and asserting ownership for the King and Queen of Spain, despite the presence of the indigenous people who already inhabited the land. He began referring to the locals as Indians. The Guanahani people welcomed Columbus, likely unaware of the profound changes that were about to disrupt their lives. This marked the beginning of the European discovery of the New World and set Columbus on the path to fame. Unfortunately, the arrival of Europeans spelled disaster for the Guanahani people. The newcomers brought diseases like smallpox and whooping cough, to which the locals had no immunity, leading to devastating outbreaks. In some cases, entire tribes were wiped out. But the challenges didn't end there. Over time, Europeans forced Native Americans to abandon their traditional ways of life. Columbus himself instigated wars, forcibly relocating numerous native tribes from their ancestral homes. He confined them to designated areas and compelled them into labor, seizing their lands and cultural artifacts. Moreover, indigenous children were often taken from their families and placed in boarding schools run by the Christian Church and the Bureau of Indian Affairs, where they were prohibited from speaking their languages or practicing their traditions. This traumatic legacy has reverberated through generations, leaving deep emotional scars within Native communities. For Native Americans, language is not merely a means of communication, it is a vital thread that weaves their cultural heritage and history together. Today, while some languages, such as Tunica and Arapaho, teeter on the brink of extinction, others, like Navajo and Cherokee, continue to thrive and are spoken by many. Despite the immense suffering and injustices they have faced, Native Americans have shown remarkable resilience in their efforts to preserve their cultural practices, demonstrating the strength and determination of their communities.